As our Indian Foreign Minister Subramaniam Jaishankar prepares to meet his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Moscow, the clashes on the LOC on Monday, where Indian troops held their positions on the heights on the south bank of Pangong Tso, have given India some solid bargaining chips in the difficult negotiations to defuse the standoff. Though the clashes lend credence to India's stand that deep conversations are necessary to resolve the situation, and dimensions and discussions may not deliver immediate results, changes on the ground where Indian troops have surprised PLA in the actions that played out over the August 29 to 30 weekend have subtly altered the dynamics ahead of the meeting. The signal to China was that either use of force would be needed to evict the Indian troops, or negotiations were an option to find a way out and de-escalate the tensions. For the moment, it has sharpened the need for a political understanding on the growing boundary crisis. The Indian side feels the meeting may not throw up a resolution to the border crisis. However, we will also go through in detail regarding this particular most important information and various other most important considerable inputs. Let us begin with today's defense updates of 9th of September 2020. Hello and welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I'm Heyman, and as I always introduce to you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. We are one-stop solution for you if you're preparing for various defense examinations. I highly recommend you to download our Android app from Google Play Store and start off with your preparation in a very great and with a very large amount of zeal and enthusiasm. You can even follow us on all sort of social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Telegram. So without wasting any time, let us begin with today's updates. But before that, we will have a very brief understanding about the question of the day that I have posted on 7th of September 2020. So the question that I asked was, how many directorates are there under the National Cadet Corps and what are they? I repeat the question, how many directorates are there under the NCC and what are they? And everybody who have answered this particular question in the comment section, I appreciate each and every one of you. The correct answer for that is 17 directorates. And I would like to specially mention each and every particular student and person. They have downloaded our Android app, and in the Android app, they are giving all the answers and replies on a daily basis in our discussion box. Each and every one of you is a very, very indomitable asset to our organization, and I hope that all of those who are completely following all the important topics that are discussed from our side, I hope and I pray that you become an officer very soon. Now getting back to the question that there are 17 directorates in NCC. So NCC is in state level divided into 17 directorates. Okay. Now we have 28 states and 8 union territories. Among all of them, some of the states and union territories are combined together. And among them, some of these states and union territories are combined together and different groupings are made into these particular 17 important directorates. I will give you the complete list of the 17 directorates and the respective headquarters also. If you go through these, the smaller states and the union territories are attached with the directorates of the bigger states. For example, the states like Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Chandigarh, all of these are combined together into one single union, one single directorate. Understanding? Because all of those are small states, and if we combine all of them, they will become one big large directorate of an NCC. So each directorate is under the command of an officer equivalent to the rank of brigadier. Okay, so each and every important directorate is headed by a brigadier, but the whole of the NCC is headed by a lieutenant general. Okay, so we have to understand it is equivalent from the other two services also. It can be a brigadier. Also mention in the comment section what is the rank which is equivalent to the brigadier in Indian Navy and also in the Indian Air Force. The motto of NCC is Ekta or Anushasan, which is always written, and if you translate it to English, it is unity and discipline. You can see all of these important feathers that are seeing here, all of these flowers. So here an extra flower is added as of now. So if you count all of them, there would be around 17 important flowers. So the logo of the NCC is also very important. The motto and the crest of NCC are all very, very prestigious to each and every NCC cadet. Okay, so if you count all of these, they would be around 17, indicating there are 17 directorates in NCC. The red indicates the army wing, the dark blue, the navy blue indicates the naval wing, and the sky blue indicates the air wing of the NCC. And NCC cadets have an advantage of applying for the officers entry into the Indian Air Force, into the Indian Navy and Indian Army as an NCC C certificate special entry scheme. All NCC certificate candidates have specialities. They have special quotas while they are joining into any particular government job or any educational institution. So that is it regarding this particular one, and as I told you that I will give you a detail regarding that. So these are the 17 directorates of the NCC and their headquarters. First comes the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana directorate, headquartered at Secunderabad. Actually, the whole it comes under the district of Hyderabad, but if you go through in detail, it is situated in Secunderabad. The Bihar and Jharkhand Directorate is headquartered at Patna, Delhi Directorate headquarters at Delhi, Gujarat Directorate in Ahmedabad, Jammu and Kashmir in Srinagar, Karnataka and Goa Directorate headquartered at Bengaluru, Kerala and Lakshadweep Directorate headquartered at Thiruvananthapuram, Maharashtra Directorate headquartered at its capital Mumbai, West Bengal and Sikkim, two important states. So these have a single directorate and their headquarters is located at Kolkata. Then comes the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh Directorate headquartered at Bhopal. The Northeastern region or NER Directorate is headquartered at Shillong. All the important states that come under the Northeastern region include all the important 7 sister states of India, the Northeastern states of India. Mention in the comment section what are all those 7 sister states of India. So all of them will be coming under this particular NER Directorate or the Northeastern Region Directorate, which is headquartered at Shillong. Odisha Directorate has its headquarters at Bhubaneswar. Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Chandigarh Directorate has its headquarters at Chandigarh. Rajasthan Directorate has its headquarters at Jaipur. Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Andaman and Nicobar Directorate will have its headquarters at Chennai, which is the capital of Tamil Nadu. Then comes Uttarakhand Directorate headquartered at Dehradun, and Lucknow is the headquarters for the Uttar Pradesh Directorate. So all of these are 17 most important and the current recent NCC directorates. So that is it regarding the most important question. So now let us begin with the first and foremost important defense update, and that is about LAC standoff. India now holds some solid bargaining chips in various areas. This is what I was discussing with you in the introduction session. So after the latest flare up in the Pangong southern bank area, we have already seen in the previous news that Indian Army has taken over the control and it has been very strategically looking after the south bank of the Pangong. So after taking up with along all of that, India also lodged a strong protest against China, and both through diplomatic and military channels as Beijing. And what Beijing thinks is also that it feels that Indian army is crossing and it is entering into its own territory, but India does not claim like that, and we are very clear on our stand. Also getting into these particular one, the Chinese troops had carried out provocative activities yet again on Monday night. In its protest, India strongly denied that any Indian soldier fired warning shots or crossed the LOC as alleged by China. China has by itself, it fired the warning shots, and it indicated that Indians are crossing the LAC. And it also blamed that India has also done this particular same thing, but India has denied that, and it also clearly mentioned that India did not even cross the LAC, and it simply took control of the areas with which India is actually the chief controller. Going on with the next important update is China is using Pakistan for military logistics facilities. This was discussed in the United States Department of Defense report, which was named Military and Security Developments Involving the People's Republic of China 2020, which was published last week. And it clearly indicated that China is completely using the Pakistan. Now, this particular report, why are we considering in a very important way, and why is this news a very strategic one for us to consider? The main reason is because United States has a little bit of soft corner towards Pakistan, but it simply does not have any particular good stance on China and the Chinese ones, because China has not done any good towards the United States of America, and China was also involved in a particular information stealing and hacking activities that were there in the United States of America. So USA and China are not going well. Also, we have a complete analysis that United States ships, USS Nimitz and USS Roosevelt, have also done very important military activities along with the Vietnamese and various other Philippine navies in the South China Sea, giving a clear standoff towards the China that China should not involve and should not continue with its expansionist measures. But still, China and USA are not going well. But United States Department of Defense has produced a report showing that China is using Pakistan for the military logistics facilities. So now the view on Pakistan will change in the eyes of the United States. So we have to see in much more detail. But this is a very debatable information. Whatever things are there, we will provide in the coming up days regarding this particular one. Also, that the People's Republic of China is seeking to establish robust overseas logistics and basing infrastructure to allow the PLA project and sustain military power at greater distances. Few days also back, we were also discussing about the military power of China. The military power of China report was also produced by the Department of Defense of the United States Army and the Navy, and it clearly mentioned that the Chinese Navy is much more stronger than the United States Navy. So it becomes very, very strategic for the United States to have a complete knowledge about and the intelligence about both Pakistan and China, and this would be in favor of our own country, India, very soon. Going through with the next important update is Chinese troops have carried rods, spears and clubs in aggressive approach towards the Indian post, as said by the government sources. there was a lot of important tension that was established at the line of actual control yesterday and today morning also. So the sources have said that around 50 to 60 soldiers of the Chinese PLA have approached Indian post in southern Pangong Lake area at around 6 p.m. But Indian Army personnel posted there strongly confronted them, forcing their retreat. Our soldiers have strongly confronted the Chinese soldiers, and all of those Chinese soldiers were carrying rods, spears and clubs, and we have already seen, and they wanted to make a ruckus as they have made in the Galwan clash of the June 15, but Indian Army have given a strong retreat, and we appreciate each and every soldier who's posted there, and we pray that they always stay safe. Going through with the next important update is that a supersonic Air Force One that flies at 5 times the speed of sound, this is being taken into consideration by the United States Air Force and all the important chief departments of the United States. There could be a supersonic Air Force One. What is the Air Force One? Air Force One is the official aircraft of the President of the USA, and there has been talks that a supersonic Air Force One is being into preparation. Okay, so California startup Exosonic is there, a particular company. It is working on low boom supersonic Mach 1.8 twin jet, which caught the eye of the United States Air Force Presidential and Executive Aircraft Directorate. And after that, what happened is Hermes is there. This particular company is partnering with the US Air Force and this particular directorate, the United States Air Force Presidential and Executive Airlift Directorate, or PE, to develop the Mach 5 aircraft pictured at the top of the article. That means this is here. Okay, this particular picture is a basic picture. The prototype is being released, but still we have to see the complete details regarding that. It is still in the design phase and the designs are just begun. So in order to support this presidential and executive fleet, all of these preparations are being made. So the complete details regarding this particular one, we will again give you in the coming updates. So always stay tuned with us. And going through with the next important defense update, and is about the China rattled by the news of Indian warship presence in the South China Sea. This was said by the Chinese news agency. What is this Chinese news agency? It is Global Times. According to the Global Times editor, who's the Chinese Global Times editor, Hu Zijin, he had said that adrift on a sea of hyperbole provided a shrill preface to the article asking readers how to interpret these Indian moves. Okay, he's also said that is New Delhi playing a so-called South China Sea card to pressure China. He also said like this particular one. So is India trying to play a so-called South China Sea card to pressure China, because China is extremely aware that if India steps into the South China Sea, then situations will completely change. The complete demographics and the complete politics will immediately change regarding that. And it has a complete view and analysis regarding that. And Chinese Global Times editor, as he is expressing a little bit of fear regarding that particular one, and we have to see where all things that this particular information will go. And he also gave views, and as per the experts, he also said that he laid out a message to India and its navy. And this particular article makes interesting observations and indicates that the Chinese Communist Party is rattled and is cognizant of its soft maritime underbelly. It said like that particular way. So we will see what all things will be going on. And that is it regarding the most important defense updates for today. Now we will have about a few information about Know Your Army. This day we will know about the MCEME Secunderabad. The full form of MCEMA is Military College of Electronics and Mechanical Engineers. So this is a very, very important institution. This will produce all the important EME engineers, all the important regimental engineers that will be of very much great asset. If in case you're interested, you can also mention in the comment section who is that Paramveer Chakra awardee who was a great engineer who belonged to the Bombay Sappers. Okay, so the role of MCME is to provide technical education to all the ranks of electronics and mechanical engineers, including civilians, in various disciplines of engineering, weapon systems, equipment with special reference to their maintenance, repairs and inspection, and provide training in management and tactics at senior, middle, and supervisionary levels. Also, to get in detail regarding the MCME is that it is designed to train 1,760 personnel of all ranks, and it conducts 13 courses for officers and 61 different courses for all the persons below officer ranks. The computer-based training packages CBTs are also there, and digitized charts have also been developed with contain exhaustive technical information on functioning, repair, maintenance, servicing aspects, and the correct usage of the electrical and electronics portion of the equipment being taught at MCEME. Also mentioned in the comment section where are all those other important technical establishments of the Indian Army. Now we will have a very quick review by going through some of the most important questions, and the first and foremost question is military and security developments involving the People's Republic of China 2020 report is published by which department of the US government? I repeat the question. Military and security developments involving the People's Republic of China 2020. This is a report and it is published by which department of the United States government? It is released and it is published by the Department of Defense. Going through with the next important question is Air Force One belongs to which particular country? Does it belong to United States of America or United Kingdom or China or Germany? So Air Force One belongs to the USA. Okay. Now we will have the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is who is the first police officer to receive the Kirti Chakra? I repeat the question. Who is the first police officer to receive the Kirti Chakra? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Always stay tuned to SSB Crack Exam. Subscribe to this channel. Download our Android app from Google Play Store. Always stay safe, stay healthy, eat healthy food. Always be happy and Jai Hind.